Zach here from BIMteriors, Revit tutorials for interior designers. And in this video, I'll show you everything you need to know about walls in Revit. Walls are more than just lines on a plan. They're 3D elements that store detailed information including height, thickness, and materials. This means that they're useful in your 2D and your 3D views. Let's jump into how to model walls within Revit. In the Architecture tab, Build panel, click on the wall icon, or you can type the shortcut WA to prompt up the wall command. Something to also note is that Revit wants to help you. So if you put your cursor over the wall icon, it'll give you a little information about the tool along with the command shortcut. In the type selector, select the wall type. You can also use the search box to quickly find specific types of walls you're looking for. So if you're in a project and it's a larger project, has a lot of walls, sometimes it's overwhelming to just scroll and scroll and scroll. Use the search engine to actually get to the wall you're looking for. In the options bar, this allows you to kind of specify the following information about the wall before you actually start to model. We have our height tool. So this is where we can set the height of the wall to either unconnected with a specific height or to a specific level. As I'm drawing, you can see if I edit the dimension properties, the effects it'll have on the wall. We can input this information as we're drawing the wall. We can give our wall a height of 3 feet, or we can modify it to go to the level above. Then we have the location line. So this is where it allows us to set the justification of our wall using the options such as wall center line, core center line, finish face, exterior and interior, and so on. Then we have the chain tool. This enables you to model multiple connected walls. When using the chain tool option, press escape to finish the string of the walls, but still remain in the wall command itself. The offset tool enables you to enter an offset at which new walls are created from an existing element. If we're creating a wall and we want to set a distance away, we can enter a unit. And for this example, we can input 2 feet and go to our draw tools. As we're drawing the wall, it will create the wall with the specific offset we have just put in. The radius, this is where it adds a curve of a specific radius to connected walls as you're drawing it within your model. We then have the join status. This is where it allows us to allow or disallow automatic wall joins. Walls in Revit will automatically want to join. However, there are some instances in your project that this is just not the case. You don't want this join. So you can select this as you're drawing the wall. Or if you've realized afterwards, you can select the wall itself, right click on the wall grips, and hit on disallow join option in the options menu. Then we have the modify/place wall tab. Draw panels, select one of the options to create a wall. So again, we've got a line tool, we've got a rectangular tool, we've got curves, and so forth. Placing walls in a clockwise direction gives you the right orientation by default. However, if you find that the wall is flipped or in the wrong direction, you can hit on the select wall and hit on the double, or you can select on the wall, hit the double arrow icon, and this will flip it. Or even easier, if you select the wall and you hit space bar, the wall will automatically flip on that location line. Super easy. Use alignment lines, temporary dimensions, and snaps to place your walls. Once you have drawn a few walls and you want to go select a wall, these dimensions will now show up. These are called temporary dimensions. These only show up when you select an element and can use them to move around your walls or other Revit elements. You can input any dimension units on the fly and hit enter. Again, these won't print. These are only going to show up when you have an element selected. Walls also have things called grips. at the start and end of your walls, which allow you to select the grips and modify the wall lengths and angles. You can select the grips to pull and join walls to one another or separate them. When you have walls selected, now on the left-hand side of my screen, the properties for this selection will appear. The instance properties of the walls displays all sorts of information that can be adjusted at any time during the project. An example, if we wanted to have a base offset, we can come in here and type in a unit that we want now this wall to be offset from. We can modify this, or potentially we want to modify our wall height. Or if we want a specific offset from the level above, we have all these capabilities using the instance properties for a wall. So, how to adjust walls within your Revit model? So, there are a few ways to edit your walls. To create a generic opening, you can go to the wall opening tool that will be creating an opening within your wall. You can add openings in walls that are not windows or doors by using the wall opening tool. This creates a rectangular opening within the wall. So, how do we create wall openings? Open an elevation, section, or 3D view. In the Architecture tab, open Panel, and click on the wall opening icon. Select the wall that we're going to want to create this opening in. And at this point, it's going to ask us to pick 2 points on a diagonal to determine the wall opening size. And just like that, we've now created an opening within our wall. We can adjust this currently as we're going through this, or at any time if it needs to be modified during the project, you have those capabilities. Now, if we wanted to create a custom profile or opening, we have this ability by using the Edit Profile tool. Now, open an elevation view or any view that you can see the face of the wall that you want to edit. Select on the wall by highlighting the wall boundary. In the Modify Wall tab, Model Panel, click on the Edit Profile. The wall is now outlined in purple, indicating that the profile of the wall is ready to be edited. In the Modify Walls Edit Profile tab, we have our Draw panel. Use these tools to modify the profile of the sketch of your wall. For this example, we might want to create these beautiful archways. So go ahead and start to create your archway. The sketch, keep in mind, must have a continuous loop. Verify that your lines are clean without any gaps or overlaps. So once your profile is complete, you've got your beautiful archway, you're happy with it, click on the Finish Edit mode, and you are good to go. And we now have a beautiful archway within our wall. And just like that, that's a wrap on how to draw walls within Revit. If you're hearing this message, you've listened to the new episode all the way to the end. And for that, I thank you. Like and subscribe now to gain access to new Revit content weekly.